Impact of science on society. Once considered odd and alien, science has now become a part of everybody's life. Every citizen is directly and vitally concerned with science. The development of science has changed lifestyles, eating habits, and the nature of sports and recreation. The impact of science on modern life can be discussed under the following headings. Importance of science. Science means knowledge, and it has two objectives: to enable men to do and to know. Science has evoked philosophy, culture, mythology, and religion. In the past, science has remained a search of the learned, but more recently, it has become an important factor in determining the everyday life of the common man. There is hardly any sphere of life where science is not serving, like curing diseases, preserving our food, warming us in winter, cooling us in summer, building our houses, transporting us on land and water, and helping us day and night in 100 different ways. Scope of science. The spectrum of modern science now extends from astronomy to zoology, from spiraling galaxies to the heart of atoms, from microchips to the mechanisms of the human body, and from non-living things to living ones. Every discipline of science has developed so much that it needs to be further classified. Science deals with the interaction of bodies with outside forces. It tells us how the bodies react to forces, but it cannot tell how they respond. No branch of science, however, deals with consciousness, purpose, intention, will, wisdom, and morality. Modern psychology and even decision-making are becoming scientific. Science had become a culture, an attitude, or simply a way of life. Applications of science. Applications of science are almost countless. It is making our lives comfortable and happier. Electricity has appeared as the most popular and obedient form of energy. Antibiotics have produced a revolution in controlling the spread of disease. Modern ways of transportation have made all parts of the world more accessible. Genetics, test tube babies, levitating trains, superconductivity, and microcomputers are the emerging faces of the applications of science, these discoveries that have thrilled our lives in all dimensions. The biggest application of science is that it is unfolding the secrets of nature which were locked in a mystery for the last 100,000 years. Horrors of science. Science is a double-edged weapon. It is useful and good on the one hand and dangerous on the other. Population explosion, massive malnutrition, the threat of nuclear and biological weapons, and industrial pollution constitute the hit list of horrors of science. It has made man more powerful to destroy his fellows. The atomic and hydrogen bombs continue to threaten human life. Science has made life hectic, complicated, noisy, and full of violence. In spite of these disadvantages, science can go a long way in decreasing human misery and sorrow and increasing human happiness. Limitations of science. Science cannot teach morals, and so it cannot improve the ethical side of man's nature. Ethical moral values of life have always been governed by the strings of religion throughout the ages. It cannot solve the problem of large-scale crimes, drug addiction, and alcoholism. Science has no conscience, no feelings, and no sympathies, just facts and figures. Science cannot tell us what we should do. It is we who have to decide what to do. Science will tell us how to do it and what will happen when we have done it. Thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for interesting content.